Hi guys, welcome to episode 12 of Mom Can You Not? And I have my lovely co-host today, Mama. Okay, before we start talking, I have some public service announcements that I want to go over. So we're thinking of doing a Bonfofo family brunch. So we're thinking if it's something that you'd like to do, if you'd like to come along this summer, we're gonna host like a brunch. Please leave a comment down below. If we get about how many people do you want?
10.
Like 10 people. If we get like 10 people who want to come, then we'll organize it. But just leave a comment. Or should I do like a link so people can register interest? What do you think?
I don't know.
What do you think?
Comment down below. I think a link will be actually much better.
So we can actually find out the genuine people.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put a link in the bio, which will have a form. If you want to register for the Bonfofo family brunch, and it'll be somewhere in Leicester, Leicester or Birmingham, isn't it?
Leicester or Birmingham, whichever one.
Yeah.
We are quite happy to.
If we get like quite a few people who want to do them, who want to come, we'll like go to different cities.
Yeah.
So that we can just meet.
Because there's a Bonfofo family. They comment on YouTube as well as TikTok about coming to Leeds.
Yes.
They're always saying that. If you can, DM Coco, and then we can see what we can do. Because I know that there's quite a few of you guys up there in Leeds. And I'd love to go to Leeds. I haven't been in Leeds for a very long time.
Yeah, I've only been to Leeds once. So that would be quite nice.
It would be nice.
So I want to meet some of you guys.
Yeah. And I want to meet those ones who actually know and understand how to have fun. Fair be judgmental garamba kwako. So that's the first.
Okay, sithambe my records.
Isenta uzotamba my records ona munhu andaka uzota mwana wamwari momo achitamba siri kujaja vanhu. This country is too difficult for that. So if you are one of those people, please stay at home. Because kokushatamba uchibuswa na wigi.
Do you know what I would like to bring back? Baby showers. Like how baby showers used to be back in the day.
Baby showers.
Because they don't do baby showers like that now.
Before we get into the baby shower, we still have got announcements to tell Bonfofo, right?
So that's the first announcement. What's the second one?
The second announcement, Bonfofo family.
Yeah.
And we're not to put a wompem. It's a setting within a setting to pass mango so that we can bring you jokes into your home. But what we're saying is we want to grow this podcast because every time I'm wherever I'm in the country, I meet one or two of you who say they love this podcast. So for us to carry it on, my sponsor, and it's my blesser, right? Booking studios is very expensive.
Yeah.
And we've been funding it up until now by ourselves. We're looking for partners. Votipo Marie episode, kana Marie season.
One episode costs like £100 for us.
Yes, for
and
us
we've already done 10 episodes.
There you go. And we this is not us cyber begging. We're not cyber begging. We are saying we want to, we want an exchange of services.
Yeah.
So if there's somebody out there who wants us to place whatever it is that they're selling on on the podcast, or we dedicate the podcast to you, please get in touch so that we can keep this going. Because I know that there are quite a few of you who are lonely out there and who actually look forward to this podcast. So for us to keep it going, we're looking for sponsors, ad placements, people who want to work with us. Hit us in the DM. Hit Coco in the DM. Actually, I'm not on social media.
I'll have my email in the description. Yeah. We're gonna take ourselves more seriously this year. Now that we've realized, let's just do what we can with what we have.
Yeah. So we're doing what we can with what we have, and we'll continue. But for there to be proper production, somebody editing, it is quite expensive because these ones we're going to chop them by ourselves. We're cutting them down at home. So the production isn't going to be amazing, but we're still the same people.
Yes.
So sponsors out there, blessers, companies. I'm going to start reaching out to some of my friends who but if they can see this before I come to you, please come to
please come here. And
closer.
The last public service announcement is we're planning on going to Sim in October. So I wanted us to do a Mom Can You Not live in Zimbabwe. But we're toying with the idea. So can you show us a bit of interest? If it's something you'd be interested in? If you're in Zim, is it something you'd like to attend? just so we can see whether or not it's worth the time, energy, and investment, or if it would just be me and you.
Definitely. And it doesn't matter. So even if it's me and you, we will in Zimbabwe kumba.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to shoot an episode in Dirikoko. So it would be nice if we could have people, who can, resonate with what we do, to be part of the audience. That would be lovely.
Yeah.
But but we are happy to to do that. We love our Bonfofo family. It's a village that we've been building for a while, and I've been blessed to actually very engaged. And I love every one of your comments, because I sit down to look at them and I chuckle. And some of you I know you are engaged to this podcast, and you also follow us on TikTok, and I am so grateful for every one of you.
Yeah, because they harass me like every single time I post on TikTok. And where's the next episode? Oh, guys, when are you gonna upload? This girl goes to me, mom. She goes, "Oh, my doily, your doilies are beautiful. Cool. I'll find the episode." Because now, if your doilies are getting in between us and our episodes, you can stop with the doilies.
See, so it's not even that. It's we've been struggling to actually find where to house our podcast. Number one. Number two is just the financial constraints, to be fair, because again, booking these whole things and not, we do our own home perms, our wardrobe and everything. We are not there yet. We just do what we can. We're talking about the actual production costs, the actual booking the venue and stuff like that, because sometimes it does get too much.
Yeah, it gets very expensive. But wanna bring you a good,
a good show.
A good show. So
yeah, because the jokes are there.
Yeah.
The muromeasha inetok taura, so we will keep on talking. And if somebody along the way says, you know what, these women are chatting too much,
but closed mouths don't get fed.
Don't get fed. Yeah.
Okay, so what are we talking about today, Mom?
So today, last week we had taken you down memory lane, and it started off with us talking about, how.
Oh, you're gonna talk about baby showers as well.
Yeah, I'll talk about baby showers. And again, this is actually, the things I talk about, right? There are things that I grew up in. Now, these ones, I won't mention names. I won't even say where it was said. I was just say somebody told me, because the people are alive and well. Growing up Ghetto gave us a level of resilience which our counterparts didn't have. I don't know, my dad, and those people were like, my dad this, my dad that. We didn't have that. You'd hustle, you'd get your $10 for the week to go to school, and you'd get it stolen on Monday, and you can't tell your mom that you got your $10 stolen, so you do all sorts of things that you can to make do, right? But it taught you to be able to survive. So anyone I've met I can sense people who've lived in the ghetto. When they're talking, when they're walking, there's a certain swag that comes with people like Abakuma ghetto. You own the place, right? And that brings me to the ghetto baby showers. They were different. Anyway, the first baby shower was when I just arrived in the country, guys. So I knew it was going to be a very interesting day. When you are going to a baby shower, if it rains or if you sleep on the mud wearing white trousers, you're going to have so much fun. So this baby shower started very interestingly. So in particular, we are in the early 2000s, right? Everybody used to drive with no driver's license, no insurance. It used to happen. And many people know that this used to happen. So anyway, at this point, I could drive, right? But I didn't have a car. So the people I was with at that particular time said, there's a baby shower at this certain place in the UK. And do you want to come? And I wasn't doing anything that day. So I said, yeah, sure, let's go. So we park ourselves into this car. The driver doesn't have a driving license. He's never driven in the UK anyway. So they drive up until the corner of the road. And then I realized that we will not make it in one piece, because this person was trying to turn into the main road in 5. So I offered to drive. Bear in mind, no insurance, no license.
Just vibes.
Just vibes. So that's us. We put on our Roomba songs. We use the cassette tapes then. In the morning. I'm driving. I'm driving. I'm owning the steering. And when you're driving, and you've just started driving, so I didn't want the volume to be too loud. I'm not wearing shoes, and I'm literally like this. But as time went on, I loosened up, right? And I'm like, "Is that my words, girls? You drive money. Right. right? So, okay. So bear in mind, right? Listen to how we ended up going to this baby shower. The person who'd been invited to the baby shower had invited somebody else, right? But then she couldn't go, right? The person, the original invited.
Yeah.
The original invited couldn't go, but they'd already invited this person, and they'd already. But we used to go to this place. I don't know. Jane Norman was when you got paid.
Yeah.
But if a party came
Jane Norman
before Jane Norman, if a party came,
they used to even give me those little bags. Remember that?
Yeah, those were paid days. That's where you'd go and buy your party dresses. If things were a bit tough, my friend and I used to do the charity shop run. And
Reveal
was one of our other ones. And once you wash it in the washing machine, you can kiss it goodbye.
Reveal, how can you explain reveal? I don't want to be racist.
Reveal.
Because there's loads of them. Every city has them.
Yeah.
It's usually in a shopping center that's not like your prime shopping center.
No. And then it's not like on the high street. So it's a sort of like if you know kind of
there'll
shop.
be all sorts in there.
So
and the things will be really what's the word? Outdated.
Yeah. So there'll be dresses, there'll be a printer. If you go into a shop and they're selling dresses and there's no printer, it's not your Reveal equivalent. There'll be a printer and a photocopy. So,
you wouldn't even say it's not like a charity shop.
No.
It's just really bad clothes.
Quality of
yeah. But sometimes you find a gem or two in there if you look properly.
Because one of my friends was very stylish, so we used to come out with our little outfits from there. But you know that if you wear it once, that's it gone. You have to put it in the bin. You can't even wash it.
It's like here we have Reveal, Fame Fashion.
Yeah.
What?
Fame Fashion was one of our other posters as well. But if you went to Jane Norman, you'd walk around with a plastic bag for everyone to know. And Debenhams on a very good day. Yeah. When you've worked extra shifts and did
and Miss Selfridge on a really
good day. Oh no, on January sales.
Yeah.
I always bought in January sales. Anyway. So this is us now. So the original invited couldn't go. So they invited somebody else. We're going to pick them up, right, to go to this. So we got there. They had a fight with their boyfriend the night before, so they were not wanting to go. But we're already in our glad rags, so there's no need to not go home. So we asked for the postcode. So we're going to go. So there's 4 of us in the car. None.
So there's one person invited 4 people.
No, hold up. The original invited had invited another person.
Person.
So the other person had invited the owner of the car.
Yeah.
The owner of the car invited the 2 other people, including me. So at this point, the people who are now in the car, none of them are even in invite because the original couldn't go share the shift. The second officially invited, couldn't go because they had a fight with the boyfriend. So when we went to pick her at the house, she wasn't coming with us. So we asked for a post. By the way, those days we didn't have sat-navs. We had something called the A to Z.
I can't imagine that.
So we left our house in the morning and we were like, guys, we don't have the A to Z. Let's go via the service station and buy our A to Z. Right. So we bought our A to Z. This is us on the road. I can't read a map to save my life, even if there was a gun up my head. I asked everyone around, I said, can anyone read a map? I'll drive if somebody can read the map. Anyway, the girl was like, I've been to this city before, so I will tell you where to go. So we drive. We got there. We go to the party in very good time, right? So we get to the party. So it was a friend throwing a surprise baby shower for another friend.
Okay.
So we get there. No one, the thing about our community, you don't have to know anyone. I feel
like things are different now, but back then people are a lot more.
Because bear in mind, we were not even invited. We literally were gatecrashing because the person who was invited didn't even come. So and no one asked us who we were. We paid our time.
They had the culture in Zim. Like when you go Zim, everyone's just so friendly. Like, I'm like, hi my guru, hi my nini. Like that's how they should. But here, you don't. No.
So anyway, we get to this party, right? My friends and I was the designated driver. So we get there. We bought our pampers at the service station. We were not just baby cry. By the way, we knew that this person was having a baby and babies are tough in it. So we bought our size 3 pampers, our wipes, and we had $10 to pay.
You did the right thing.
So we get there, right? It's no one knows anyone. We just
and there always a church holes in it. or school.
This one was at a community center, right at the back of the community center. So we get there. That was what told me this was going to be a very good party. So it was like, where we were parking was like an atrium. This car didn't have a handbrake or proper working brakes. So we you had to go, like to go up this hill. So the car started coming. No, actually, then we managed and we parked anyway. But the way we were parked, I put the handbrake and everything. So we get into the church hall. There wasn't that many people at this point, so people wouldn't have started drinking. So people would be just going. That time we didn't have phones that you could go on social media and stuff like that. It was your Nokia 3310s and whatever. So we'd be just there chewing your gum and just looking on the side. Just acting. Because nobody knows anyone, especially if you have it. So people are just like in their little clusters to start off with. So the person the person who was doing the party comes with the DJ, and the DJ was a male DJ, but the male DJ had a wife, so they left the wife in the playlist. So all they just needed to do was just press the music. So anyway, the wife remains. I'll get back to the DJ. Just keep the DJ in mind, guys. So the DJ when the DJ came, the owner of the car I was driving had gone back to the car to pick up some flat shoes because we were wearing these ridiculously high heels. I don't know where we thought we were going. So we had left our pumps in the car. So she offered to go and get the pumps from the car. So anyway, she left and she went.
And the girlies came prepared as well.
Yeah, and to get our presents as well, because we also needed to make sure that we're at the right place. You don't want to come out with Pampers and Kunamo, some other function, which is. So she went back to take our stuff. So we're in there waiting for her. And then she comes back. And to be fair, my girlie, this one, I had not met her. This was my first time. We were sort of like unified by our love of going to this baby shower. So she had even brought alcohol in a little cooler box and whatever. Very nice girl. And I actually bonded with her that day, and we became, like loose acquaintances and stuff. So she comes back, and we are sat in there, and the DJ's wife is starting to warm up the music, and people are, the whole is filtering in, and now you can tell that the party girls are arriving. That they people are coming. The eyeshadows. Then we used to do eyeshadows and very thin brows. People are coming.
They used to go like this, like take the eyeshadows.
Yeah. So and
then the eyebrows were like 2 C's. Shave them all off.
I've got quite a few photos of me going to these parties, and you'd be looking fine in your dress. So we sat there, with my friend, and the DJ music starting to warm up, and then there was this girl who was doing the MC, was really good, and now. The party's in full swing, right? Everybody's there. Now we are now doing the ghetto baby shower we're used to. Because, then, guys, because some of you are young, you wouldn't know. We used to actually, the person who was having the baby shower would be given the biggest nap. It could be made out of a Zambia. I don't know what that was about. And you'd be maybe left with your own bra. And people would be just asking you to show them how you made the baby. If you don't do that, it was so much fun. No one would care. No one went there and was like cringing because everybody would be participating.
That's what it was.
That was what it was. Show us how you made the baby and whatever. All this business. Because I once went to a baby shower where there was a midwife and was teaching people how to wait. I'm like. I'm not.
Mom took me to a ghetto baby shower once.
Yeah.
Yo.
She didn't know where to look because the MC was naked. Yeah, she was literally naked.
She took off all her clothes.
Yeah. Yeah. So
to this day, the stuff that she said is still a running joke. Oh wow.
So anyway, yeah. So we're having so much fun. We're getting to that point. Everybody's, correct. No, not too drunk, not under drunk, just right. So everything will be flowing. So at this point, I'd say, so that the girl we were with who didn't drink. So she was the one who was going to drive back. Yeah. Because I'd done the drive. She was saying, if I see somebody doing it, I'll be comfortable to do the drive back.
Yeah.
I said, okay, no, fine, no problem. So I'm drinking because I know I've done my shift. I've gotten everybody here. So anyway, the baby, there are things are happening. People are dancing, and it's always Roomba music and very we will change it into something else. Like it's. I don't know why Kanda Bongoman's music is the one that used to suffer at these baby showers. And you know what I'm talking about because I know quite a few of you come comment section with these songs, what we used to do with them. Even church ones, some of them will be changed and stuff like that. But it's all in good fun. And people will leave presents as well.
Yeah.
People will give you nappies, will give you money, and say ring the baby in the getaway. Right. So the party is in full swing. We're having so much fun. So now at this point, because there's a time when you now have to be dressed because the men are coming.
Yeah.
Right. So everyone's like, "Anababa kuya," and people now start, putting on their skins. Because some of the outfits, people will come and take off everything and just remain with panties. It's just like, why? Like there's this lady who I thought is so respectable. She came, and when everybody and you give each other's names as well, bedroom names. So people tell people would tell their bedroom names, what and some will call each other, some will call oh God. Some of the names, fam. Zimbabweans are very creative. It's just that this is I can't
a family channel.
It's a family channel. I can't say some of the names I've had on my travels in these baby showers. So anyway, so at this point the DJ, the female DJ, she was lovely. She did everything as it was, because the playlist, I think they'd been doing this for a long time, so the playlist was so well done that there was not at any given point where people got bored. So people are now starting to dress, because no one's 30 minutes and this woman I'm talking about, because when she came I thought she was the pastor or something, because she came and she sat by the corner and she had those wigs and she just sat
the shake and go.
Yeah, the shake and go.
Is it the curly one or the little bob?
The little bob one. Yeah. So she came and she sat there and people were like, "Oh, so I'm looking at her, I'm thinking this is the woman who's going to pray for us." She's just sat there. She came by herself, by the way. Didn't come with anyone. So now when we get to the point where like it's full swing, it's now baby shower, we are in the thick of it. This woman just takes off her maxi skirt and she's got a thong in there and she starts doing my asses. That's when I realized it was like as if she was just waiting for this time. That's what she came for.
Oh my
and everybody was like, oh, because no one was expecting that offer. We were all dancing, and like music, everybody would stand up and dance. She never stood up. She was just sat there like
and she knew what she was here to do.
And when it came to, I remember this so well, because this song, there's this song called Bounce Along.
Yeah.
Bounce Along, only you
Kevin Little.
Yeah.
Yes.
It started playing and this woman just took off it had one button. It was a maxi skirt up to here. It had only one button and she just took it off and she stood up. She had a green thong, I remember. A laminous green thong. And she stood up. And when it says ting, 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 this was a bum just going ting, 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 ting. And she was so serious. And everybody was like, whoa! When you just don't know what to think. Yeah, so there were those legends who didn't look like they'd come to do anything.
Oh my God.
And there were some that you knew that that's what they came for. Anyway, so this woman just picks up her skirt and freshens up her wig and she sits down. And I couldn't look that way. I was just like, you were just twerking with nothing, but now the men are coming, you're now in your skirt. And she sits there. So, of course, bear in mind, these girls were just, our love of fun is what had brought us from Leicester to this city to a baby shower, right? So no one knew anyone's personal circumstances. I think we didn't even know each other's names that well. I think we just sort of like introduced each other on the way. So, right. So obviously we don't know each other's personal, so we can't protect each other because we don't know.
Yeah.
So, right. So the husband to the owner of the baby shower was the first one to arrive. So they have their own little dance and people are going, woo, whatever. And then, so shift change. So the DJ is no longer, because now it's now a full house.
It's like a party.
It's a party now. So the man comes to take over. So bear in mind, my guy who was supposed to be driving back clocks the DJ. And from nowhere, bottle of J2 to the DJ. And to think of us. So I'm like, okay. So now 3 years, 3 years taking care of your child. And the raw emotion, fam. So this DJ's wife, I think, they'd been together for a very short while. She was equally
they'd probably just gotten together.
Right. So now I don't know what to think of the situation, because you now can't. So, now they're fighting, and people are like, we are gatecrashers, right? And I'm thinking, gosh, what do we do?
So isn't she the one who was supposed to be driving?
She was the one. Now she's in a full-time brawl. And in those particular days, guys, you would fight, somebody would bleed, no one would call the police. It would be a family meeting. People would sort it out. No, Ambia, this is not the way to sort things out. This is not the place to do whatever. And this guy knew he was wrong for that, so he didn't do anything. But she was so emotional, and she was fighting this guy. And at this point, her blouse is disheveled from people trying to, pull her off this. And she was not letting go. I've never seen anyone that emotional. She gets the Pioneer, those ones. I think this guy had taken it from finance at, Littlewoods at that time. Flings it across, it breaks. That's the end of the music. It's gone. What are you going to sing from? And kicks this man, whatever. And we ended up being escorted out by this guy. He's very famous. He likes to make himself a bouncer, even if he's not paid. So he bounces us out. Remember, we told you about our car in the healing place. We can't find it. The car is nowhere to be found. I honestly packed this car. Oh no. Now people are going, we're looking for this car. I'm like, I packed Panapa. Now this girl, the owner of the car, you remember when you came? When you came? You took, the stuff. Yeah, it was here, right? So this guy is coming, running up there. You're going, yeah, it rolled down the road. So these 10 men are holding this car and trying to pull it to push it back so that it doesn't go into the main road, right? So our car, so now this girl is too emotional to do anything. She's shaking, she's crying. The other two women are like, we can't drive. I'm the one who drove them there, and they're like, get a coffee, and they're giving me coffee, and they're fanning me, they're doing all sorts to me. They're saying it's actually good because you have to drive us, baby. Mama and shift us car. Get away. Get nice. And also when my priest and the girls joined the police to get me because you guys can't. This one was supposed to drive us.
To get you on.
This one was trying to this one was trying to murder the baby. Dad is just sat there fuming. I don't even ask her to do anything. Her wig is skew ways. One of her eyelashes like this. There's no way you're going to ask anyone that emotional to drive. And then I'm like, she was like, I can't even drive because I don't even know where I am. I'm that. So anyway, they're getting me coffee and some are messaging me because they need to go to their shifts anyway. So we get into the car, we drive back. By the grace of God, we get to Leicester. So as soon as we get back home, we're now by the traffic lights, right? And this police officer comes, stops us. And I was like, this is me going back home. I don't know why. Comes. This guy was very nice. Where are you ladies coming from? I said, we're coming from then this girl goes, a funeral. Because I was just about to say, funeral. Who died? Our uncle. Oh, I'm so sorry. Whose car is this? So everybody goes, this one.
But this on the menu.
Everyone is pointing at everyone. Who is the registered owner of the car? Oh, because they're now. Then we said the owner of the car. This car doesn't have insurance. Oh, I thought I'd bought. My husband bought the insurance yesterday. can you check? We are insured. This no. If you are insured, I can't see it on the system. You need to bring your insurance documents within 7 days. But I'm taking the car. This is like, I wasn't very far from home, to be honest. But the other three, because I was going to drive myself home, and then they would figure out what to do. So I was literally like 5 minutes. So I took my plastic bag with my from the car, my plastic bag with my shoes, and with my little cardigan. I think a few things and a perfume in a handbag. And I said, "Ah, guys, stole another." So the car was impounded there. But we had arrived in Leicester from the party. And I'm glad this man didn't say, "Oh, let me breathalyze you," or whatever, because I would have. This version of me you're seeing now, you wouldn't be the one you'd be talking about because of the love of baby showers. So that was my first of many baby shower experiences.
My days. But I must say that the story is over what? How many years old? So the statute of limitations
is past. All the people involved. The baby mama is now married to somebody else. I don't know if the baby daddy is taking care of their baby. My friend, the one who gave us the car without insurance, now is very fully insured and works a very respectable job. I never drank in my life to drive. That was my first and last time I ever did that. We now service our cars, so the brakes, even if you park on a hill, the cars don't roll back. So a lot of learning happened from this particular baby shower.
And the story is over 15 years old.
Over 15 years
over
old.
15 years old.
I think you're about 7. Oh no, it's about 20 years old.
About 20
the people involved have matured and learned from this situation. So I'm one of the people. No children or people were harmed.
No children, pets, or animals
were harmed in the making of this adventure. So that is my baby shower story.
Gosh.
Yeah. That is my baby shower story. So these baby showers that you're doing, where you cut each other cucumber triangles and sit and tell each other how to hold babies. Nah, that wasn't our gig. We never used to do those things. Never used to do those things.
Even when you emceed at the chachi when you live in the upper
there. This one, the statute of limitation isn't passed, but it's an innocuous one. It's not a bad one. So I went to a baby shower. I wasn't invited to be the MC. So I was, some of my friends from, one of them is very about a Jesus bag. So everything she does, she has to consult with the Lord. So she was in charge of, doing a baby shower. So because we've always seen each other in very professional settings, there are sides of me that she is never seen, because we've seen each other being very serious and speaking in very words that you need a dictionary to, that's the words we'll be using to talk to each other. So it was very professional. And, I know her because, she's one of those people who always has the Bible on their phone. And whichever small time she gets, you will see her maybe in the little, staff room shimandering. So she's about the Jesus life. But one thing about her was, she's older than me, but she holds herself with, she holds herself with that much grace. And she's always been like that. So she said to me, "Oh, you know what? I've been made in charge of a baby shower thing for somebody, so I'm planning it, and I would like you to come." I said, "Oh, yeah, that would be nice. That would be lovely. I would love to come. I would support her because she's lovely. She's one of the best people. When we talk of Christians, she definitely has got an automatic heaven entry, because she's one of those people who's about that.
She lives by the
principle. That thing about her gives you nah. And I knew that it was going to be very vanilla, this particular baby shower. I knew. You just know from the kind of person she is. So anyway, we drove, I'm telling you, no word of a lie, through high rain, whatever, going to this baby shower. And I'm thinking, this is true love on my part, because I don't do things like that. I will always cancel maybe in the 12th hour. But for her, I couldn't, because she's lovely.
A lovely lady.
I'm going through, to these little villages, these little back roads. And I'm thinking, is this place legit? But that's the kind of person she is. She was so thoughtful because she didn't want people gatecrashers to come. So she made sure that this baby shower was in the middle of nowhere, so that the only people who were coming were the people who were invited. So that was the thinking. So okay, we turn up, we get there. Everybody there is wearing these little cardigans, and I've never seen such in my life. And these are not young people; they are grown women. There's a lot of chatty chat. Very shop talk. I'm thinking you could easily have done this over the phone or Zoom. We can't all have driven through these village halls and village backwards. Don't even to just sit and drink cups of tea and talk.
Yeah.
So anyway, so real recognizes real. So I saw this auntie by the corner, and I knew she was about this life because you could tell from the way she was rolling her eyes that she wasn't part of.
She'd been to the other baby
showers. And she's, those people, those type of people. So there was like a little crew at the corner, and I could tell that these girls see me and I see them. Right. So I said, oh, okay, fair enough. So I said, oh, so I went and I just sat with them. I said, oh, so where are you guys coming from? And they said where they were coming from. But the other one, I could tell that she wasn't drinking tea. She was drinking something else, because you could tell she was like,
The only tea she was drinking was tequila.
Tequila. That's what she was drinking. There was no tea in that cup. So I was like, so Skanzi, these are not the type of baby showers that we're used to. I said, oh, so who are you here? Right? Because you want to know also, because again, before you do whatever you do, as the girl who had called me, because I see that they looked similar.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's my sister. I'm her older sister. But okay. So were you helping plan this? Yeah, we planned it together. We even funded it. And I said, oh, okay. Do you mind if I liven things up? He's like, do you know? So I said, oh, okay. So the DJ, obviously, I knew the DJ. Yeah. And I think there she was just doing what she was told. Because and I'm just like, Jesus. So we had seen each other in other places. So when she saw me,
Mom is a seasoned MC, guys. And
so when she saw me,
wait. Mom is a seasoned MC, and I'm her manager. So if you want to book her,
so when the DJ saw me, she was like, maybe I'm the MC there, and she livened up. She was like, it's going to be good. So she sees me sitting down. She was, because he says, you're not working here. I said, oh no, I've just been invited. I'm just invited. So it would have been nice. I said, I know. So anyway, so I'm talking to the sister. She's giving me, because bear in mind, the person who invited me hasn't arrived. She's busy. She's busy. She's doing her thing. She's making sure everything there was done to perfection, because she's such a perfectionist as well. So she comes in after everything is done. Oh, hi, love. Thank you for coming. Gives me a hug, whatever. Oh, did you get, there's the sandwich trolley there, and there's the whatever. I said, oh, thank you very much. And I'm sorry, we don't even have any alcohol. Do you want me to buy you any? I said, oh, no, it's okay. You're good. No, don't worry about me. I said, no, because I don't know what you drink. I would have bought you some. Then she tried to offer me this rancid champagne. I don't know how long it had been in a boot farm. It had been opened at some point, I think, for her to maybe to clean the engine. So I said, oh, no, don't worry. So now, with the sister, she told me, you know what? I said, I don't want to offend her, so I don't want to do things. So I said, I'm her big sister. I'll speak to her if she's offended. But, I am giving you all the rights to do what you like. So I went to the DJ and I said to the DJ, we're turning things around here. She's like, about time too. So I said, I want you to play this song, and I'm going to come in and we're going to do things. So I come in, right? And now my hype guys, those 5 women, this is 6 against like 65. They are going, woo! And I'm breaking it. I'm doing all sorts. And you should have seen the shock in my friend's eyes. She was like,
because she didn't know that you got down like that.
She did not know. She was so shocked. And if she could cut the music and apologize to everybody that this is not what we're doing. But anyway, the church folk really love to get down. Within 20 minutes, the cardigans were off, the cups of tea were down. We're now doing a conga. We're doing a conga this way. We're now doing our introductions, and one of the ladies, right, she could have been our mom. She was in her 60s. She goes, oh, MC, you forgot. We need to tell you our bedroom names. And like, We went from holy to holy in less than 60 seconds. So she stands up, she leads us in names. And I said, because you're the one who suggested it, I want a very good name, or else you have to pay £10. And then she stood up. I'd never, I'd been around this baby shower circuit. This name, if I could tell you guys, I would.
Whole thing will get shut down.
But will be, YouTube would never want to see me again. When she said this name, it was long as well. Everybody went, and they went, ah! And from then on, that name has never been beaten. Because it's all, your anatomy in one word. And what your anatomy does to men in one word. So, those ones with good imaginations try. But I've never seen any, and I'm yet to see. Anyway, so we knew the baby shower was in full swing. So from that time, and then you have people who, like my friend, because he'd never done this before, and she's cringing, and people are like, "Oh, you did this. We need your name, because if you don't, you have to pay £100. And obviously,
she paid the £100.
She couldn't, because she had been funding this whole thing from the start. So she was like, "Oh, my name is Fire Exit. You guys, give us £100. Okay, you call yourself Fire Exit." She just looked at the door. She went, "My name is Fire Exit." But it was so much fun to see her, And then I think the sisters must have spiked a drink. They must have, because when they're like, "You know what? I've never been to such a baby shower." And the other sister is dancing, she's doing the most, and we are now in full swing. And there was punch, which people were drinking. I cannot tell you. I'm sorry if you attended the baby shower and you know the one I'm talking about, and you left with a bit of a headache. Vodka could have been or could not have been put in the holy punch you guys were drinking. So now the baby shower is in full swing. Everybody's enjoying. And because my girl is also a bit of a salad. Because, give us Beyonce, all the single ladies. And she's doing this and she's doing all this. I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen Watching the Caucasian, but she was there dancing, right? And it was so much fun. And I just realized that human beings are human beings.
Human beings are human beings.
And I think the nostalgia, because most of the women were there, because we were not young, like in our 15 and in our 20s, most of them were 30 and going up. They'd been to a Zim baby shower, so they understood. Now they're like, "Play a kind of bongo man, and I'm like, you and your little cardigans are now wanting to do the baby shower anthems now." And they're anthems, because if you've been to one, it's the same order of the songs. You start with the Kanda Bongo Man, the first one, and then you now go into, there's another choir one that you sing in Shona. It's a Madzimai, everybody knows that song and everybody sings it, and you know that the baby shower is in full swing. So I was like, what rah? So people really wanted to enjoy themselves. So anyway, it was, and then after that, so when I left, when we went back, I didn't know, because obviously she was a bit drunk, because the hugging and the kissing of the cheeks and the "thank you for making tonight so memorable." So we meet in our office setting on Monday. So she just looks at me and we just started laughing. We laughed for a good 20 minutes and people didn't know what we were laughing about. And she was like, "Oh, my niece is having a baby. She wasn't there, but she wants you to be the baby." We showed the footage. We showed her the footage of this. And I done it for free, by the way. I didn't do it because I wanted to be paid. But I was just thinking, people have come from far.
All this way.
Anyway. So she booked me for the niece. And then I said to her, "Oh, just pay me for the fuel." Because they're friends. They're my friends. And then she wouldn't pay me just for the fuel. She actually paid me at like £500 because it was quite far. And she brought me, she's very about her etiquette. And I think she brought me a thank you scarf and things like that. Just a box of goodies just to say thank you. And then from there, again, it was another one, because they told me it's similar, but this time it was the moms. It wasn't them, because they, the owner of the baby shower, because she planned her own thing. She wanted a similar African experience, but this was a young girl. She saw it and she was like, "Oh, I want to do it like the OGs used to do it." So that's what she wanted, and she didn't want her moms to come, but they tagged along, so they were there on this little seat of mamas. So she goes to me. So now the older girls are like, "We can't do it because I'm Mama Haripo," And she was like, why did they come? It's my baby shower. And I had her to do exactly the one that she did in the villages. I want my baby shower to be like that. I want people to sing those, rude songs. That's what I want. Why did they come? Like, oh, you need to understand.
They're the ones that know all the lyrics.
And you need to understand. You need to understand that, their moms, you can't do that. Bear in mind, know that girl, the one who egged me on to do, she's the one who's anti that, because her mom and their moms are sisters. So they were all there. And she was like, there's no way we're not going to do that. I said, don't want, leave it with me. So I said I ensured that she would have the experience she wanted. Come rain, come thunder, I'll make sure, even if it means. So anyway, we get there, no one can tell me, even these young ones, the ones who do the cucumber sandwich baby showers. They haven't seen our baby showers. If they see them, you want them. Because those are the OG. It's goodbye to freedom. We know that after you have this baby, you're going to have sleepless nights. So we'll give you a shindig. Because you know that you're never going to have this fun for the next 3 years. So we will, bring the house down anyway.
And you have to skip out on so many motors.
There you go. So it's literally, your last hurrah before you go.
True.
So we make sure that it happens. So anyway, I promised them. Right. So I go to the mamas and I greet them, and you'll be looking for your angle, because you want to see of the mamas who is the easiest. Because some of them you can just tell that they're saying, in the name of Jesus, we are fasting for this to be the right thing. So I was like, oh, what did you have in mind? And mama said, I'm also support. Support. Within reason. Reason because my baby shower ana reason kana mama she's the tough one apparently, and she's the one wakaenda kuchikoro within reason. Well, baby shower, we can't tell people how to enjoy themselves. I'm just trying to feel, because it's going to happen. So but I just want to know if one of them can punch me or they're going to do anything. But anyway, so we get there. So what I said, we need to compromise. Let's do the first hour, the church, and get your parents to speak their piece and do whatever. But that's not what I even planned. You cannot be now this rigid. Because work with me, you'll see. So anyway, I said, na mama ndimauya makabva Zimbabwe. She needs, to be taught how to handle the baby. Oh, were they happy? Oh, were they happy? They were telling me, ukave mwana kunze ndinoona vana vakaiswa mumaprema vasina kupfeka majuzi. Pfekedzai vana majuzi asikana. Zvekunzi hanzi noya mwana haidhiriki nokuti muri muEngland noya inodhirika. They spoke. Every one of them spoke. And I was like, egging them on, and people were ululating and they felt they'd done their bits. And then the last one, this one also happens to be... she was in the healthcare profession. So she actually spoke about the myth busters and stuff like that and whatever. And, everybody had their chance. And I said, oh, not a dzidza. And now mama ndofunga mazvono tonezwafara nezvangu yekuti tichita zvinhu zvedu chaizvo DJ it. They were even dancing because they had their chance. They felt they were part of it. But that one, the strict one left as soon as all this started. She wore a card and she was off. But the other ones, you could tell that they were about it, because the other one was going, when people were singing that, people were saying, go mama, and she was doing the most. I think every girl's rite of passage, especially you girls who are uptight, who builds up your iris up here in the UK, you need to have, when you're having babies, have a Zim baby shower. Those are the baby showers to have. They are fantastic. There's no one who judges anyone. And even if you meet the day after, people are just laughing and giggling, because I think... And also the other thing about those baby showers is because some of the people will never have experienced a club experience.
It's true.
So that's the only way they're going to see how things in the club get down.
And I think back in the day, like you said, people didn't really used to club that much, and nobody had papers. It was kind of like a way of people to really socialize.
To really socialize. And I
build
think
community.
Yeah, and I think it was very community building, because the amount of people
and everyone used to contribute, isn't it?
Everyone used to contribute. And the thing is, when I eventually had my own baby shower, I could have cried, because I hadn't even bought any much for Rio. They bought me a pram. I had nappies for days. It was really nice. And it's people that you've been doing things with. And also bear in mind, it was sort of like around. Because you go to another one and somebody's spitting and vomiting.
Yeah.
Because you know that you're going to that baby shower next. So people were very about attending other people's baby showers and actually making them lively. You wouldn't just go to somebody's baby shower and sit. You'd actually dance. And people would remember, oh, do I get a 1/8? And but people, it was a community. And we were not judgmental of each other. We were very supportive. I think our crew, we had our own weaknesses, but in terms of supporting each other, we're very supportive. Yeah, very, very supportive and very caring of each other.
I never had a baby shower. I don't really like people when I'm pregnant.
No,
I
no.
like mom.
No, but I did one for me. I did one for
Zaya.
For Zaya, yeah, I did one for Zaya, and
yeah,
it was
we did
really
one for
nice.
Zaya. That was so funny, and Chizzy
Chizzy,
started giving people strip
teases. Chizzy understood the assignment. Yeah, so I would have been so annoyed after all I've done at other people's baby showers. For now, baby shower and nobody does what I do. I was so.
Chizzy surprised us. He's such a sweet boy.
He's so. Shout out to DJ Chizzy. Because Chido, I always call him Chido. He was at the other wedding we went. We went to another wedding.
Did you not host together?
We were not even hosting. He was right to cover this Zimbabwean business. So Chido is Chido, right? Chizzy will do whatever, and Chizzy can in. So it happened to be another church thing. Another one of my sisters who also is very prayerful, exceptionally so. So we went to this party and everything was John 14 verse 1, verse 1, Ayeye verse 1, and Chizzy was playing that. I said, Chizzy, we can't leave. Again, it was in one of those weird spaces where people would have to drive out of the city, go into the village, go into another village, get there. He's doing what he's been asked to do. He's playing all these church things, and no, everything has been done. People are now married. It's now the reception. I said, Chizzy, we have to open this reception with the momentum we need. So Chizzy gets his bottle, I get my bottle. We play music.
I wonder if I can find the footage. I used to have it.
We play, we push DJ, eat it, we carry our bottles, we go in the middle. So we didn't even realize that there was the amount of baskets that were going like this. So people do love Jesus, but they do love their party too.
Life was too stressful to not shake a leg, Mom.
Yeah, I think
we're such a strict generation, Mom. People don't.
No, I think your generation is just disjointed in the sense that people are. You are part of the TikTok generation.
True.
So people spend too much time on their phones and not actually going out to meet other people and do the things that we used to do. We didn't have TikTok during our time.
Yeah.
There was no Facebook. There was nothing. You actually you had to text each other, call each other to say, what are you doing on Saturday? Let's meet up. We would have parties for no reasons. We would have, people used to play football like 5-a-side just to go and show each other new cars. We'd gossip about each other. But we loved each other regardless, and people would rock up to Mabuza, people would go to the cricket club just to meet. And I've got a story about this community. This is the final one anyway. So like I'm saying, all those bear in mind, I'm an introvert, extrovert. I don't like people that much, but I like to go where people are, but be within my little capsule. So when I got pregnant with Rio, there was this guy. He was like a neighbor, but I worked with him as well. So I saw him in very different settings, professionally, communally, and whatever. So he knew that I had a car which was a bit problematic. So he would come and help me, like put oil in it, just become like a brother like that. So, but I knew quite a few people with his name. So to make him distinct...
I know where the story is going.
So to distinct him. So say, take for example, like 15 Peters. So I had 5 people with the same name. So he was one of those people with the same name. So I saved the other one as Masripasi, John Masripasi, John Matumbu, John Maguru. So he was John Mapundu. Because he had a bit of a pimply face. So we go to this gathering. It was at the cricket club. So there was a guy who used to do grilled fish and whatever. So that's what I used to go for because I loved his grilled fish. So I go there, I would buy my grilled fish, sit on my little Zambia and eat my fish and salsa and go home. So I'm there, I'm sat with my pregnancy, eating my grilled. You would even order the fish for me. You would go, cricket muda fish so that you can just get. So by the time I would get there with my problematic car, my fish would be done. So I'll just sit, I'll eat my fish, drink my Fanta and go home. So this particular day, there's so many people I knew. So I was moving from one place to the other. So my phone fell around. It wasn't like I was going that side. It was just around that place. So my phone fell. So now I'm looking for it. Now I'm ready to go home. The fun has been had. I want to go home. Can't find my phone. So at that time there was a Nokia which it just it was the latest Nokia. So it pronounced people's names. How you saved them, pronounce them. So he's looking, and I'm like, my sister, it's new. We just can't go without finding it. It was getting a bit dark as well. I was like, let me speak to the person playing the music to lower the music. And he was so well respected within our community because of how nice he was. Let's lower the music so that we can find your phone. So now we have this guy. He used to be a nurse. I can remember this. He's moved out of the city now, and there's quite a few people are looking. So we go. Then he goes, let me ring your phone. And so everybody's quiet.
Did you know in your head or you
no, at this point, I'm worried. I just want my phone. Yeah. And I'm just thinking I've just had this phone for like 2 weeks since it came out. Somebody probably has stolen it. If it's on loud, we'll find it. Let's, so everything is quiet at this point. That's again our community. Imagine there's like 60 people that have now gone quiet so that I can find my phone. So everybody's quiet. The phone is rang.
Kring, kring.
Kring, kring. Peter Mapundu. Kring, kring. Peter Mapundu. So this guy, the nurse I was telling you about, he is now rummaging. Because now we can see the light. We can see the light for the phone. He's rummaging to get it. Now, because it's a new phone, he doesn't know how to shut it up. I'm too shocked to do anything. I'm just standing like this way. So he's going... Why doesn't the
person who's ringing it stop ringing it?
Everybody's shocked.
Why?
So I stopped going to the cricket club from that day on. I stayed at home. I then met him on Ethiopian Airline, sat next to each other going to Zimbabwe. He had lost his dad, I'd lost my dad. So we had sat next to each other. I was just facing front.
He didn't say anything.
He said, he tried to make small talk, but I was just thinking, I can't small talk after Peter Mapundu. I cannot. You are a greater person than me. You are a more forgiving person than me. But I can't forgive myself for everything that you've done for me in my life. For me to do you that dirty to save you as Peter Mapundu. How can we even speak? Peter Pimples. At least maybe then come to Peter Pimples. Peter Mapundu. And when he came that particular day, he had a huge flare up. They were so flared up that everyone knew who I was talking about. Fab. I'm so sorry, my brother, wherever you are, and the people who were there know exactly what happened, what transpired. I had too many Peters in my phone. I had to distinguish them.
That's the best.
Yeah. Distinct thing, because I didn't know his last name.
Oh my days.
And so he was just holding his phone like this. And this next friend of mine is going, sometimes you just wish I hadn't found it. I hadn't found my phone.
Yeah, my one.
So guys, don't save people's numbers like that and carry on, doing community things. Share this episode if you found parts of it very funny. If you found some of them very nostalgic. And
tell
please,
us your baby shower stories.
Tell us your baby shower stories. And don't forget, some of you know Mbingers out there, please sponsor our podcast, guys. Just one episode, maybe. If you can't sponsor one episode, half an episode, two pack farm, you are very much welcome. And also subscribing, liking, and commenting is for free.
It's free.
Do that as well, guys. Please.
Thank you.
Take care.
Oh my days.